here eventually.
Man.
I'm hoping this will come out. I got a 15-second delay. So it's probably gonna be about 15 seconds before my stream pops up.
Right?
So we're gonna get this sorted out.
Tyler, don't worry, you got this.
Alright guys, here we go. I'm gonna move down. Give me a second so I don't hit background noise. Alright guys, good luck, have fun. I'm going down to an AFK channel.
Buy me a fucking minute, I'm gonna get a beer.
Just let them know, but I'm gonna jump down to the AFK channel so I can stream for us and so forth and so on.
Okay, I'm gonna go get on Twitch now so I can see your stream.
Alright, let me link it. There is a 15-second delay, so watch your sound.
Okay.
Where's Discord?
I already got you loaded. Got this.
Alright, there's mine. So, anyway, whoosh. Anyway, so whenever we are ready, let me make sure they're ready here. Yo, Tyler is playing. Let's get these parties straightened out while we can, and we should be good to go. Anyway, we'll be back when this starts up. So as soon as we get this started up, he went to get a beer, yelling at him now. Tyler, let's go. Wait on you.
Yep, we're good.
Tell him you're ready. Well. Anyway, so yep, when this gets started, we'll be good to go. In the meantime, just enjoy that sweet, sweet background audio. So it seems like we had some technical difficulties on the other stream. Not ready, not ready. WTF. Anyway, so we're waiting on the other side to get ready on there, guys. They actually didn't ban the wrong guy from the stream, apparently. So whenever they are all set up and good to go, we will be golden. So when that happens, we're all good to go. So we are just waiting on our streamers to start the game. Should be happening any second now, whenever they are ready to hit that play button. Alright. Alright, here we go. First match is going to be Tyler versus Astro from ASH3S and INGT versus Tyler. First map is going to be Sequencer LE, one of the new maps in the map pool. A very awkward map in so many ways. When we get in, we'll discuss it a little bit. So a little bit about Tyler. This is his first Clan War match. This is versus a Zerg. So he goes Witch, he's not a Terran. Let's just see what he can do here, because like he's been playing pretty solid lately. We'll see what he gets. Astro, I don't know too much about. We'll see if he's a cheeky kind of player or if he's a straight up macro kind of player. Good steady play. If there's any problems with the stream, guys, please give me a holler. We'll try to get it straightened out as fast as I can. In the meantime, let's enjoy this game. So spawning in the top right corner, we will be respectful to the other team and represent Fires first, as this is the Insight stream. And spawning in the red, playing as the red Zerg pieces, we have Astro. Spawning in the bottom blue left hand corner, playing as the blue Terran pieces, we have Tyler from Insight Gaming. Tyler immediately going to throw down that depot, Overlord on the way, and a couple drones on the way back home for the Zerg player. But anyway, as a little bit about this map, it is a very awkward map. As you can see, there's only one way in by ground here. So a very tight choke, can be walled off. It would take a while to wall it, but it can be walled off. In the top corner up here, we have one gas and like a half base with only 12 worker count there. The natural is relatively normal. The bottom right, the third base here is relatively normal. But as we move out on the map, you'll notice different maps are actually different. Or parts are different. There's 12 workers here. Actually, I think it's 16 and one gas. So anyway, we have a barracks on the way. And it looks like we are going hatchery first from Astro. Looks like a hatch gas pool. So everything looking pretty standard so far. Pool going down. But other than that, nothing really crazy going on. The Overlord really not moving out across the map, getting scout. Looks like he's just making sure nothing comes in, nothing shows up. He's just scouting around at home, make sure everything's all good there. Tyler looks like he's going to actually just do a Reaper expand. He's got his orbital on the way. The first Reaper should be popping out here shortly. And his CC is going down. So yeah, we got a pretty standard play coming out of both players so far. Only one gas, so no Baneling's going to be on the way. Looks like he's just going to get Zergling speed. Nothing cheeky. Looks like both players just play relatively safe macro game. Reaper is on his way out now. Just gonna move on out here and look around, see if he can't pick off a drone or two. Hopefully we don't lose this Reaper to any, like, you know, it gets trapped and gets picked off, maybe like our drones or a couple Zerglings. And we'll see what happens from there. Looks like we got a couple queens on the way. 6 lings are in the making. And speed has just started up. So speed is actually going to be a little bit behind here. These lings look like they're just going to sit down at the bottom of the ramp. And they're actually going to move out. This is actually a pretty interesting situation. I guess he doesn't see the Reaper sitting around underneath his Overlord, but Tyler is also not going to see these Lings move across the map. And Tyler's going to move with this Reaper, which is actually a pretty good move, but the Queen is out. Should deflect this Reaper, no problem. Let's see if he can pick off one. He sees his Lings, he sees his pool, sees speed on the way. The Lings are going to come home. Oh, they're just going to head on out across the map. This Reaper already has 1 kill, so he did get a free drone out of it. He's going to focus on the hatchery with this Reaper, which isn't going to get him much, and he's going to lose that Reaper. But back home, he parked it at a pretty bad spot, actually. So anyway, back home, the door is wide open. He needs to realize these Lings are outside his door. There's going to be no... He doesn't know there's a third. So Zerg does not know there's a third. Tyler does not see these Lings at all. I don't think he saw them come in. He does now. The door is wide open, and he leaves the door open. All of these Lings get in. His 2 Marines are in a bad place, so he's going to get picked off real quick here. Another Ling pops out, and Marine dies. So this is a very awkward situation to be in. He's going to have to fight with these SCVs, which he does. Oh, one Ling gets surrounded, the second one's going to get picked off. There we go, there's 2 Lings left. And there's no reinforcements coming across the map right now. That is important to know. 2 more Marines going to pop out here, but so many SCVs have already gone down to just 6 Lings. Units lost in favor of Terran slightly in terms of total count, but resources lost and totally different. This little SCV just... I guess he didn't like where this starport was. He's just burning down that starport. He's gonna... Oh, there you go. He realizes. Okay, we're good. Anyway, Zerg does take a 3rd base back home behind us. And we see 1 Widow Mine and 3 more Marines about to pop out. Is there stim? No, he doesn't even have stim yet. He needs to realize this and start stim as soon as he can. We're going at 440 here. No engineering base. Engineering bays are actually kind of behind, so no upgrades starting right away. But another swarm of Lings coming across the map. These Marines are in a bad place. He commands movement, and he's going to try and surround them in mineral line. These Lings are going to get picked off. A good hold by Tyler here. Looks like he only lost 1 more Marine there, but resources started to even out in total loss versus gained. That min-max, man. That's all it's all about. So these Lings are just going to head on home here. And, you know, take a look around. Just sit back. Overlord's out on the map. Not really seeing much of anything, but he kind of realizes what he is playing against at this point. Again, no stim from the Terran player. I wonder if he realizes it, and the Terran player is supply capped right now. It's not right. Won't be for long. 5 depots in production. So we see there's a 3rd gas for Zerg. Yep, that is a 3rd gas, and a Baneling nest is out. So it looks like we're going to see a Baneling bust into a Roach follow-up. And again, Tyler, I don't think knows. He does not know anything about what's going on over here. He has not checked. All he knows is there's a building being built. He didn't really see, but it is a Roach ward. 3rd base going down over here in the corner. Maybe? There we go. 2 more barracks just got queued up. 3 more barracks just got queued up. Down low. Looks like he's just trying to wall off that ramp a little more. Get some Sim City going. Queen just pushing out that creep. I'm going to connect them up. No Banelings on the way. Upgrades. Or still no upgrades for either side. Probably nerves getting to the players. Probably their first matches. This is Tyler's first match. And he finally realizes, oh man, he's finally realizing he needs to get that stim. A couple of Lings just going to run in here and realize they're not going to be able to get in. Widow Mine's barreled at the front. And Tyler does have a 3rd base, so he is going to even out the base count, but at this point in time, Zerg is probably just going to go and pick up another base. Get that gas going, and there is the Spire. So it looks like we're going to see a transition out of Roach into Spire. Probably into Mutas, probably into Corruptors to deal with the Medevacs or any kind of Liberator play that might come out. The Mutas would definitely keep Terran back on his side of the map. As we see, there's no engineering bays anywhere. Or no missile turrets. The engineering bays are out. Stim is finally on production. 7 minutes Stim. Styler's throwing too many SCVs into gas by the looks of it. Gonna throw down a couple more depots. Again, he needs to realize what he's up against. He's playing more of a reactive style. Like, he's gonna react as he sees it, and that's not gonna help. All he knows is, like, Zerger's being kind of aggressive with his Lings, just trying to see if he can get damage done. But it looks like he's finally gonna pick up and get heading out on the map here. Gonna take a Widow Mine with him. This is gonna be a pretty strong drop coming in. Stim is not gonna be done in time, but +1 and +1 is on the way. +1 attack, 1 armor. We have +1 range and +1 carapace coming in for Zerg. We have a Hydralisk Den and another hatchery following up into the corner. Tyler's gonna fly right over this actually. This is actually a very interesting predict. Actually, he's gonna fly right by. He's not even gonna see it. But that Overlord will spot the drop coming in. He knows now. But will Zerg react to it? He's not pulling units anywhere to react to it. It looks like he's just gonna fly right in here and drop right on this hatchery. This honestly is not a good play, but gets a scout. He sees a spire, he sees a Hydralisk Den. I mean, but I don't think he was looking for that type of play to happen. These Marines aren't going to get anything done. Widow Mine not getting burrowed, so he's not burying that. The Widow Mine's not going to get any shots off here. It's going to get picked off, and this drop not getting much done at all. Once again, you just lost heavily in favor of Terran here. This is not good for them, or Terran at the moment. But as this game goes on, as Tyler starts to settle in and realize what he's up against, he could start to bring this back, get settled in, get back into the game, you know, get loosened up a bit. He sees the hatchery finished up. He knows Zerg's on four bases. His macro has been somewhat solid. He does have an army back home. There's even a Reaper in him, actually. Look at that Reaper. It's like, I got this, guys. Don't worry. But as it comes in, the Roaches are going to push up this ramp. The Overseers definitely saw the Widow Mines at the wall, but does Tyler know about this push? No, he doesn't even know about this push coming in. He's going to move out right into this. Actually, this would be a great time to move out when the Ravagers are morphing, but he's not going to get the chance. Now he realizes that he's going to have to fight here. He's going to keep half his army back and try to chip off some at the other side. The Widow Mines get this shot off. Another Widow Mine getting a shot off. Does it look like it? Oh, the Concave, though, in favor of Terran here. This is actually a very good fight for Tyler to take. Tyler, just go. Tyler just needs to go. He can pick off every single one of these units. He picks off an Overseer, and he's just going to keep right on pushing across the map now. The Hydras didn't get here in time, and these Ravagers are just out in the open. Completely exposed. But wait, the Hydra reinforcement on the other side of the map. He's going to rally up here, turn around, and probably take this fight. Tyler needs to realize what's going on here real quick. He stimps his forward for the scouting units, and he sees the Hydras. This is actually good to kill the Overseer. Oh, he's not going to kill the Overseer. Oh, this is going to be a good fight for Tyler to take here. The Lings are going to come in and try and reinforce this, but I think there's just too much Terran. There's a Stim. He's going to clean all this up. That was an excellent fight here for our Terran player in blue. That might actually start to spell the end of this game. If he just keeps going, he needs to realize if he just keeps going, this is going to be, he's got the game. As he moves on up the ramp. He's just going to ignore these queens. He's going to pick them off here shortly. The reinforcements to the rally. He's right in between the rally and the Zerg player. This is excellent placement for our Zerg Terran player to be. So you get right in the middle of these rallies, force him to fight at some odd angles, and he's just going to keep the push going. Evolution Chamber getting picked off, a couple more Roaches. GG's call! Congratulations to our first winner of the night, and that would be Tyler taking the first game. So as we get ready for the next game, Terran moves on. Wish GG to both players. I'm going to mute this mic, and while we wait for the next game, I'm going to grab a drink, because, you know, solo casting is a pain.
been exacting. Very exacting. Records and the equipment to play them on are intended ultimately to give you pleasure. Computations from time one.
Looks like we got some confusion in map picks here. Whenever we get this straightened out, we should be good to go. Tyler wants Odyssey, but map pick goes in favor of Ashes right now because they lost the first match. So whenever we get that, Oh, shit. Okay. Well, we're on Abyssal Reef. Create with mod. That says game hard. Great game. Alright, so we're loading the next game. It looks like it is going to be Tyler versus Hometown Crib. Another TVZ, so this kind of makes things swing in Tyler's favor for sure. This is going to make a... He didn't want to play TVT tonight. He's going to have to play that matchup sometime, but other than that, this is going to be a very interesting matchup on Abyssal Reef. Tyler coming up 1-0 off a previous Zerg, so let's see how much his nerves have settled down, see how well he gets back into the game here. And when we load up, I'll get back to you guys, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so the next match in is going to be Hometown Crib of Ashes or Fires or Ambers. I think they have like different branches, so we'll just go with that. But outside that, it is currently 1-0 in favor of Insight Gaming. Loading it on Abyssal Reef. Sorry about the popping there. And whenever we get this game up and running, things will be beautiful again. Alright, everybody's loaded in. And here we go! Spawning into the top left-hand corner, playing in favor of Ashes Gaming, or A-Fire Gaming, whatever we want to call it today. Let's go with Ambers for this time around, because, you know, we'll just call them Hometown Crib. Currently down by 1 in the series is Hometown Crib. Spawning in the bottom right corner, representing Terran once again with the blue Terran pieces from Insight Gaming is Tyler. Excuse me a second, I need to find something. I think it's shift 1. Yep, okay, there we go. So once again, everything looking pretty standard coming out of the gate. There is an SCV, however, moving across the map right now. I don't know where he's going. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if he's going out to scout. Don't know if he's going out to look for something cheeky. The early SCV scout, though, could definitely be helpful. I wonder if he's sending this out because of the Reaper in the early game there. Because he sent out the Reaper and lost it to a Queen. That kind of got distracted, didn't manage it. But we have gas going down. Looks like hatch gas pull once again from the Zerg player. Once again, the fast wall off coming out of Tyler. Looks like it might just be another Reaper expand. Yes, it is. There's the gas. So everything once again looking pretty standard under the sea here. Oh man, he's got a trophy. I need to get this trophy. The trophy looks so sweet. He's got the carrier on top. I'm kind of jelly of that actually. You just gotta look around the reef while we wait here. It looks like there's a bone structure or something up here. I don't know what that is, but looks interesting. I wonder if that's like a dead Zerg or some ancient Zerg. On the other side, we have the OCC going down, and the Reaper is in production. And the Overlord is on the way. This Overlord is actually going to get more value out of its worth. I understand the reason to keep your Overlords at home from our last Zerg friend there. But I feel like he didn't really get much out of it. He didn't see exactly what was going on and didn't realize how much he could have actually punished it early on. And as this Reaper moves across the map, it does get spotted by the Overlord floating across the middle of the map. For very lings, there's 2 lings and 2 queens in production. Speed is about quarter of the way done. This Reaper is just going to stop for a coffee break and he'll get to work eventually. So lings attacking. Oh, the rocks over here. They're digging out them rocks, man. They're looking for buried treasure under the sea in the abyssal reef. As we just kind of settle down here, you know, everything's looking pretty standard overall. We got a factory on the way. So nothing really major going on here. This Reaper is going to poke in here. He is going to see, what is that in production? Roach War. He did see the Roach War. So he should realize exactly what he is up against. I wonder if he's going to stick to something similar as he goes around home here. He goes back to, you know, heal up, get some coffee, get some meat, some foods. As his blue wizard really needs food badly. But Charlie is going to get this orbital started up over here on the right side. Our Zerg friend is still on 2 base. He's not fully droned up. He's actually looks like he's just going to put a lot of roaches in production here. 10 lings in production, and it looks like he's just going to put some heavy pressure on Tyler right away. Tyler, he needs to see this. He needs to see this coming as soon as he can. Because this is a heavy play, and he has nothing out to deal with it yet. There's no Marauders out. There's no tanks out. There's not even a Liberator to shut down the ramp coming up. And, oh, that's not good. The fact that he just threw down this reactor means he won't have anything out right away. This pressure, he's going to have to abandon his natural and defend from the high ground here, which is going to put him very far behind. We got Ravagers morphing in, so there's going to be a Ling Roach Ravager pressure. Is he droning behind this? No, he's not droning behind this. He's just building more lings. 8 more lings in production here. And as the pressure comes up the ramp, Tyler, I'm hoping to play macro. It's just going to get pushed back up his rep. He needs to close. He doesn't close the door. These Riddermines are going to barrel, but I don't think they're going to get anything worth their time off. Only 1 ling from that first shot, and there's a decent connection on them, and he's just going to call GG and tap out. Sooner or later. He's just going to pull these SCVs, however, and put the boys to work. As he's just going to lose too much as the lings flood across the map. And there it is. So bouncing back, we have a site tying it up 1-1. Or ASH is tying it up 1-1. And this is going to prompt our second platinum player, who is going to be Genesis, coming out to hopefully deal with it and see what happens. It's probably going to be another TVZ. Alright, so the next map is going to be Odyssey, and a new map to that pool. It looks like you're on a giant resort, basically. Pretty cool looking map overall, as we get our players loaded in here. Trying to get this next map started up as soon as we can, guys. I'll get back to you as soon as we do. Gonna try this game with the background music on. I don't know how well the first one went. But alright, next map in is going to be another TVZ or ZVT, depending on your perspective as a player, on Odyssey LE. A very interesting map, very big, open map. Could have favored macro play, could favor some proxy cheesy play, you never know. As we move into game number 3 of this all kill or best of 9 series, I do believe it is. As the second Platinum player loading it for Genesis will be, or Insight is Genesis. And while we wait, we'll be getting in here sooner or later, waiting on the toasters. Alright. Finally we got in here. It looks like Blunt Reality has lagged out, which is kind of a disappointment, but it's alright. It's alright. We'll get him back in as soon as we can. Anyway, spawning into the top left hand corner, playing is the blue Terran pieces once again, is Genesis from Insight Gaming. Also his first match in, so hopefully he feels a little bit more comfortable. But other than that, we'll see how this goes. Going down that depot, and we're going to get right into the game. Then spawning to the bottom right hand corner, representing Ashes Gaming, or A-Fire, or Amber, I'm not sure which one it is to be correct, I'll figure this out eventually, is Hometown Crib, the yellow Zerg pieces. Get shift 1. Is it alt shift 1? I think it is. For the other side. I'm trying to make use of all these things, man, because these are pretty dope. Control 1. There we go. So as we move into game 3 here, Hometown Crib look like he's opening up very similar. That hatch first, going into hatch gas pool. Pretty standard looking Zerg opening, nothing can really spot out of it. Spawning pool just kind of thrown down out in the open. Usually when I offer a Zerg, I like to throw it down behind the mineral line over here, just to force that Reaper to come through. Elsewhere he doesn't want to be. But on the other side, we do have the Reaper coming out. A second barracks being thrown down now. This could be interesting. This is where things might get interesting. He's walling off very quick, 2 gas, and I'm thinking we're going to see 2 racks Reaper, or maybe some kind of mech play. I'm leaning towards 2 racks, maybe 3 racks Reaper. Is the third barracks on the way? That is the question. This is a big map with a long rush distance to get across. I'm not seeing a factory being thrown down, but the first Reaper is going to pop out. And a reactor being thrown down. So this might actually just be a stim drop time. Yep, there is the factory coming out. So it looks like we're going to have a tech lab thrown down on this barracks. He's going to pick up stim, and he's going to go into marine production and pump out 2 medevacs and push across the map and try and get the damage done. Meanwhile, this Reaper is going to float on over here, you know, with his jetpack all blazing like he's moving across the map pretty quick. Jumping up, and he's going to jump up in here and through the back door. This Reaper going to sneak in. Let's see what he's got going on. He sees his speed being built. He sees only one, because he knows only one drone on gas. That's a big factor here. Just going to push this Reaper away. The Reaper's going to jump down here into the natural. There's no queen out. And he's just going to go on home. He's seen what he needs to see. Reaper actually picked up a drone kill in the process. So Reaper already paying for itself in terms of tech on the map. And seeing what is going on. I like how he didn't send it back home. He's leaving it outside the door here. This Overlord's going to float on over here and probably spot him just hanging out here. So yep, he's going to see the Reaper. Otherwise this Reaper's probably going to want to jump back up here, so you can park some wings here just to make sure he can. As we look back home, the starport is coming down. This is the very standard bread and butter type of build. Stim is on the way. The reactor, he's going to flip this around. This is going to be done perfectly in time. There's no CC here. He needs to put down a CC. This shouldn't be an all-in. This is the type of build you get damage done with and then expand behind with it. And it looks like he's got an idea of what's going on. So he's going to throw down this tech lab. I'm curious if that tech lab, if there's going to be a siege tank popping out with that. Which would be my guess. Oversaturated a little bit here. No problem. 2 more depots being built down low. Looks like he's going to wall off and expand after he throws down these depots. There's a gap here. That cheeky little opening. There's a gap. Links get through that. He checked it. That cheeky little check. That was pretty good. And the Doom drop. The first drop is on the way. This is not going to be a full drop. This is actually going to be 1 drop going one way. And as the rest of the Marines pop out, he should send this other drop into the main. There is a third base just now finishing up for a Zerg player. And yes, I was right. There is a siege tank behind this. I thought he might do this. Looks like he might take the tank with him. Let's see what he does here. Looks like he's just going to load up the Marines. He's going to siege his tank up, load up the Marines, and send it out. He's going to drop in here. Sim is just now finishing up, so he's not going to have it right away. It's just finished. He needs to pick up and get on out of here. Oh, he's going to stim up. He's probably going to pick up these queens. The Ling's going to come in and stop that, but no, he's just going to right back on down here, pick up his drone, and probably pick up and get on out here. He's focusing down this hatchery. The other drop is not in play. That Reaper is still sitting back there. He could have sent this Reaper up in here. He's trying to focus down these queens. He's up on creep. Another stim. There is enough here for a transfuse should he need it. There is a first one. There should be another one coming out here. And the second drop is on the way across the map right now. But on the other side of the map, he is going to pick up. He's going to lose all these Marines. He looked away for that second. He's going to send this medevac on home. And it looks like he's probably going to send this one. Where's this one pathing into? Straight to the main? Let's see here. Yeah, this one's going straight down into the main over here. Oh, and there's a Liberator. I apologize if I missed this. This Liberator is going to siege up right over top of this gas. This is a very good spot. This Queen is going to get picked off. Already that Liberator picking up some good damage here. He's going to pick up 2 more drones, pick up a 3rd. The Sport Car is going to get moved up right up underneath this Liberator. Hopefully he does not use his Liberator. Meanwhile, the drop went back down on the other side. This is brilliant play by Genesis here. He pulled the camera one way and hit the other side of the map at the same time. So he's probably going to... If he focus fires his 3rd... Oh no, he's going to lose his drop too. He's going to lose his medevac with it. Oh no. He lost everything on that one. He even lost the Liberator. Units losses are definitely not in favor of Zerg right now. He's lost way more. This may not look like much, but the total number of leagues gone down actually makes this even out pretty well. So we're looking at production here. Again, +1-1 is on the way. Looks like it's going to be that same Ling Roach Ravager push. It's definitely gotten slowed down. There are tanks in production, which is huge to have here. Command Center is way behind. This 6-minute Command Center, I mean, granted he was putting out pressure, so the natural would be late, yes, which is fair. Zerg, I wonder if he feels he's lost a lot, taken too many hits, like he's been punched too many times, you know. Liberator got some work done, Drop's got some work done, this hatchery is about halfway dead. So we could see a drop coming from Genesis to finish off this hatchery. But if we look, there are 9 roaches in production with +1-1, or +1 range, and the Mule Hammer going down into natural. Going to enjoy a nice big boost in terms of economy here. No medevacs being produced. Combat shield on the way. The 2 engineering bays. These are generally a bit later than what Terran should be throwing down the engineering bays. It's about 4:30. It seems to be about the standard right now for engineering bays to go down. This Overlord getting picked off. So that should prompt Zerg to say, hey, something seems fishy. I should expect a pressure or some aggression again. This time it is going to be some medevacs, marines, and a couple of tanks. This tank push is going to be a pretty strong push actually. Get the high ground, siege up. Should pick off this Overlord here, and Zerg is going to move up and drop some creep. But where is the army? Oh, okay, the army's moving down now. He's moving down here to the lower ground. 1 tank going to siege up on the low ground. Is the other one going to siege up on the ramp? Siege it, siege it. Oh, that was actually a bad siege. This is a very bad siege. His tank isn't going to get much value out of it. He's just being pushed back here. This other tank on the low ground is getting a lot done. But these Roaches have a +1-1. +2 just started and the Baneling that's behind it. It's going to push this on and say, get off my lawn. Back home, a couple more tanks up behind this wall. Everything looking pretty good, you know. He got some economy behind it. I would have liked to see some Liberators with that push. It would have been a lot better. The army supply is definitely in favor now of Zerg. It's 107 to 63 to supply. However, Terran is way behind here in workers. He only has 31 workers. He's not building SCVs, but he's going to throw down a 3rd base. I mean, we have the Mule. Terran players have the Mule Hammer, so it kind of balances out. As we start to see that economy start to spike back up there. Army supplies are starting to even out. It's only 8 supply difference. This Marine's just going to hang out here and take a look around, you know. Be like, yeah, I'm going to chill here. I'm not going anywhere. I think I got something to do, but I'm going to stay right here. That is like the griff of Red vs. Blue, just being lazy. But a nice big Bioforce back here with 3 tanks behind it. Another tank on the way. He's making 5 Marines at a time. And Combat Shield, I do believe, was done. Yes, Combat Shield and Stim are done. There is another drop going out on the map here. This Marine, again, Griff finally decided to get some work done. Billy over here, you know. What do you want to call him? We start pushing these away. Medevac's just moving on out across the map here. Yo man, Griff actually not being lazy for a change. You know, he's chasing out this Overlord. He's like, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Anyway, he scans the main. He's looking around. This Overlord just spot this drop hanging out over here. Will we see a reaction? Yes, we will. We see some Ravagers being pulled back here to defend this drop. He's gonna drop off creep, which is good. But the 1-1 here with +2 range of production, and we're gonna have some flyers coming in. Probably pretty mutas. What do we got here? There's a Spire. I see no Mutalisks on the map yet. So we might see a Muta transition here with this ground army. They come in and try and help pick off the tanks and so forth and so on. He knows the tanks are there. He knows he's dealing with tanks. Right now, Terran needs time. But this Zerg has taken the gold base in the top right over here. And that's, once this is fully saturated and just online for good, it's going to be very rough time for Terran player. He's taking the third on the low ground. He's not mining from it just yet, however. He's just over here. Here comes Griff trying to get in here and pick off one of these queens. As they just burrow, say, hey, find me. Catch me if you can. That's also should be a pretty big tell as terms of what Zerg tech is. +1 air is about to finish up. I'm not sure why he got this. I don't see any like, mutas or corruptors yet. But Terran is out from behind the wall. He needs to realize this push is coming, because if he's not ready to defend this, everything's just going to die here. This is probably going to be the end of our Terran friend. As all these banelings are just going to come crashing into him. These tanks are not behind the wall, they're not in the high ground. And these Marines are split, sure, but they're still pretty clumped up. As we're about to see this push come into play here. So, here it comes. It's finally going to hit. These tanks are going to get to work, splashing all over the Terran army as well, and he's just going to roll right over this Terran force. Sit down from behind the wall. He's going to close that wall. That's not going to be enough. We know that's not going to be enough. Woodamine is not going to get a shot off. It's just going to die on the second volley there. Third base is going to get picked off, and there's no economy behind this for Genesis. As another 6 SCVs get picked off here, third base is lifted, and this is where you go, well, what do you do as a Terran player? I mean, you got a cheeky little Zergling here. He's not going to be able to re-land that, so he knows he's not going to be able to land that. But again, the army supply definitely kind of traded out. So, it's still in favor of our Zerg player. However, those tanks did a number. Like, between the Banelings dying and the tanks just going ham on these armored units, these Roaches and Ravagers, it did a lot of damage. He scans, he's going to pick off this Ling. Zerg's going to know at this point. Looks, I wonder if he's just reinforcing. Yeah, he's got +3/3. Looks, yeah, he got +3 Carapace, +3 range. And the Cracklings are coming out. A big drop coming in from Genesis here. This needs to get across the map unspotted. If this gets out, he should be able to get a lot of damage done with this drop. And just be able to move on and down and, you know, slowly pick back in here. We have a Greater Spider on the way. Greater Spire and a Hydralisk Den. So we are going to see the Corruptors and the Broodlords to help break this tank line as our Zerg player, or Terran player, is going to get his third base back up and running. Kind of an awkward place to drop. Looks like he's just going to push back some creep. But again, Zerg caught it. He knows it's there. The A moves is going to go to work. This is a huge chunk of the Terran supply. He's going to try and pick up one of these medevacs and get on out of here. He's going to send it on across this map here towards this gold base. He's going to see the gold base. He's going to drop the gold base, but he knows deep down inside that this is probably going to be it. Adrenal glands are about to finish up. Poor Billy. Didn't answer this, man. Terra's just going to come down the ramp and try and shave off some of these Zerglings before the actual fight happens. He's going to burrow 3 more Lings there, or 1 more Ling, just so he can't land that third again. He's going to siege back. A tank on the high ground. Very good position for his tank, actually, but these Zerg Banelings here. Focus fires down one of the Banelings. He's just focused on it. He's going to hit the other ones. Nope, he's not focusing fire down that Baneling. He is slowly shaving up these units. The Terran units will trade very well. These tanks are going to go to work, hammering down these Roaches as he pushes through that choke point. But is there enough of the tank? Is there enough Terran left to push this back? I don't think so. As this tank gets picked off, there's only 1 tank on the high ground. Marines are being rallied down the ramp. He's going to shut that door. Going to rally up on the high ground. But at this point, the Corruptors are on the way. 18 more Lings. This is pretty much going to spell the end for our Terran player. He's going to clean up this Roach army, sure. But he's lost 30 SCVs, and this is going to have to make you guess, like, what does Terran have left? He's got mules, but he's so far behind in the SCVs, he's not going to be able to rebuild those very easily. He's got 1 tank on the high ground, and there's nothing in the bank for him. He's got all this gas, he didn't use the gas for anything, and it's, once again, Zerg is just up on 5 days. We know at this point that it's about over. The Lurker Den is on the way. +1 air is on the way. The Corruptors are out on the map. And he doesn't even need the Brood Lords here. So at this point, he's just going to use his Corruptors to pick off the medevacs. He didn't GG, so he's just going to float this base. Genesis is trying to stay in this game. He's going to float on over here. The Zerglings are going to spot it. The Zerglings have spotted it. There's nothing left here. Yeah, there's not much left for our Terran player at all. Should be any moment now. Probably the next push. This Marine coming out here. Just not getting much accomplished once again. At most he's getting scouting information to see where the army's at. But again, the Mulehammer just not going to get him much back into this game. He's mining off of one base. He is mined down on one base. He's going to land his base here. He's going to call down the Mulehammer with this base here. But once again, the vision for Zerg, I mean, it's just a matter of time. How soon before you look over here and see, oh, Terran's mining on the space. Let's just run over here and crush it. He's going to come up here. He's going to pick off these overlords, send up even more flags. Says, hey, I'm mining here. Pretty good. Resources lost. Definitely not in favor of our Terran player. Mulehammer coming down once again. That Zerg ball is getting ready to roll all over this. More Baneleys getting warped in here, morphed in. Corruptors are in play. And as soon as his base dies, I imagine Genesis is just going to tap out because he's just got nothing left. He started out so strong in this game. Got to drop, get ready to head out here. Picking off these creep timbers. They're actually hesitating a little bit to push in on that because he didn't know what is behind this. These guys, it's just, oh, it's the same Marines, no problem. The Marauders up here on the ramp. And that should be about it. Zerg's just being able to get whatever he wants this game. He's even gotten Burrow, he's got the Infestors out. He's getting Neural Parasite just to, you know, take control of some of these Terran units for giggles. So we look at our production tab, we got 3-3 on the way. There's just nothing left for Terran, like... It's like nothing here. I think Zerg is just scared to push, it seems like, because he doesn't know what's up there. He doesn't know if Terran's on another base somewhere. He doesn't know if he's mining somewhere. I mean, he's got vision everywhere. He should know by now that, oh, I could just go. And that's exactly what he is going to do. He's just going to storm up this ramp. Hold up here for a second, let the army get together. His Broodlord is going to float on it. He's going to burrow the Infestors. Widow Mine getting a shot off. Getting a nice shot. Nice connection with that Widow Mine. But again, as we know, Broodlords are going to be able to pick off these Widow Mines, and tanks are going to pick off the Widow Mines themselves because, well, that's what's going to happen. That friendly fire not helping any. It's picking up the Broodlords, which is actually kind of funny. I'm waiting for the Neural Parasites to come out on these Vikings. Nope, we're just going to see some mass infested Marines. And they come pouring out of here, you know, he's just going to throw them up the ramp. And GG is going to be called. Tapping out is Genesis. My bad on the score, by the way. It's now 2-1 in favor of Ashes. And while we get the next game set up, we'll get moved in, get people in here, I'll get back to you. Alright guys, spawning into the bottom right hand corner of Blood Boil. Representing Inside Gaming is another Terran player. Playing as the blue Terran pieces, though, go figure, is Luke Rocks. Spawning into the top left hand corner of Blood Boil is our red Zerg pieces playing from Ash's community. Once again, is Hometown Crib. Currently picking up 2 games for Hometown Crib so far. Definitely pretty solid Zerg play overall. Get these scores up to date here. There we go. So this is game 4 of the series. And so far, everything looking pretty standard. We got Luke going down at the barracks. Gas behind it here. A hatchery going to the back. I'm going to take a second here to actually explain, talk about this map. So this map is very interesting. It's a very beautiful map. Very nice, pretty looking map. But other than that, the back natural has enough for 20 workers, but 1 gas. Over here is 16 and 2. And as you get around to the outside edges of the map, 1 gas, about 20 workers. Over here is 16 workers, 2 gas. But then you have, right down here, is a gold base. So it's a very interesting map to expand on, and there's a backdoor Reaper jump up. There's a very quick rush distance into your mineral line. And we are going to see that Reaper opening once again. Reaper expand seems to be a pretty standard thing. We should see the expo going down from Luke here shortly. There we go. Zerg just looks like he's droning up. He's getting his hatchery done. He's getting the pull out. And 1 more Overlord in production. This little guy right here is getting ready to pop out. So not much going on. If you look around the map here a little bit, it looks like looks like a volcano erupted. You got nothing but a red bunch of blood red crystals everywhere and snow and so forth. Oh, let's talk about the snow for a second. The snow just covers the building. Look how awesome that looks. The longer the building sits there, the more snow it kind of gets on top of it and just sort of makes it part of the map. That's really good immersion from the developer of this map. Anyway, looking up front here, we're going to have what looks like a Hellion, Reaper Hellion opening. As we're going to see this, there it is, the reactor go down and the factory going down. This Reaper going to come on up in here and poke around, see what we can find. Or not, he's just going to take a quick break up. There he goes, hop up on in here. You're going to fall into this hatchery. 2 drones here, just open for the pickings. Oh, and a nice save, and very nice micro there from Hometown Crib. Is he got the spine crawler and the gas down? He's going to cancel both, but the Queen is out here to push that away. The Lane just got pulled around to the back. It looks like Luke is going to try to jump back up in here and go for the main. Reaper hasn't gotten a kill, so that's already 1 noticeable difference. The drone kill may not matter much, but honestly, it's sort of a, oh man, we lost that drone, but he didn't get a drone kill. We are going to see a couple of Hellions coming out. He's going to try and keep this Reaper active as long as he can before these Hellions get here. As these Lings are going to get knocked up by his mine and going to get pushed back a little bit. He's trying to get one of those Lings, but the Big Mama Queen here just going to push them all back. As we see the roaches coming out. There's a roach warren down. Luke doesn't know about this, does he? If you look around, no, he does not know about the roach warren. That is a big thing Luke needs to see to realize what he's up against here. Waiting on these Hellions come out. Looks like we're going to have 3 Hellions coming out here in production. Stem is in production. There's along with 12 Lings and another Overlord. Starport get ready to go down. Luke's macro definitely looking pretty sharp right now. Building SCVs, building the workers, getting that up and running. 7th as Zerg player. Except we have 14 Leagues that just popped out. And their speed Links just out. Poor Reaper. Poor Rob the Reaper getting picked off. As these Lings are going to make their way across the map. And they're going to get to work on these back rocks here that lead up into the back natural. Does Luke know about this? You really can't see it as a Terran player, but you can hear it. I wonder if he hears it, because that could be pretty bad if he gets this off. This roach going to get to work, throwing that puke all over the place. Just puking on these rocks. Going to morph in some Ravagers, but does Luke see it? No, he does not see this at all. This is not going to be good if he doesn't pick this up. He's going to get a lot of free damage here unless Luke hears it. As more Zerg units get right across the map, he's going to push right up into these back rocks, taking these out. Back natural's down, and Luke knows now, but is it too late? He's going to lose how many 4 SCVs going down already, and 6 SCVs should be getting picked off, with the 7th one trapped in mineral rocks. He's going to lift up this natural. He's going to pull the units over here to defend this. The Hellions are in place. Marauders are in place, but the Liberator's not out yet. The Liberator's going to be a big factor in holding this. As these Hellions just roasting Lings left, right, and center. Dude, you can pick... Oh, the Lings are getting on top of the bio now. That may be game already. Luke did not see this coming. He's going to get this Liberator up over here. He needs to siege it up. Get it up on top of this. Wow. That command moved much. Has 26 SCVs have died this game. Guys, that is a lot for Terran. Even with mules, if you're losing that many SCVs this early in the game, you're hurting already. You're just going to get pushed back so much. Zerg is in such control of this game, and he's just rallying more units across the map. The red trail of Zerglings. Just running right up into the back of his base. It looks like he's actually going to... Did he knock down the front wall here? No, he didn't. Okay, so that is still a thing. This Ravager is going to get to work on knocking this down. But I think it's just too much damage. 31 SCVs have died. This is finally going to get cleaned up. But once again, there's nothing here to stop this. Nothing. So this Liberator is going to come back here. He's going to see these Lings. These Lings are going to get to work. He's going to siege up this Liberator. And the Lings should just run away. The Lings are just going to run away here. Try to pick off a couple Marines. But Luke is in a very tight spot. He's building SCVs. He's not building army. He's not building another Expo. He's not... He's just very behind economically. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this. As we sit here and realize this measly Bioforce may not get much time. He's going to send his Liberator out, maybe. He needs to find damage somewhere. He needs to even up the count. As Zerg has taken a 3rd base. Zerg is in a very good place here. Just for Platinum, he's playing really, really well. As he moves out across the map to this Liberator, he might try to siege it up behind a 3rd. There's this cliff here that you can siege up very easily on and just punish his 3rd base from Zerg. As you move across the map here, he's just going to look up here and look around. This Overlord is going to see it come across the map. So he's well aware this Liberator is out on the map and not back home defending. Luke is going to see the 3rd base, realizes it's not done. He's going to move this Liberator all up here and try and get some drone kills. But there is a Spore Crawler already in place as this siege is up. 1, 2 drones. It's not nearly enough to even out this worker count. But we look at the supply here. 18 to 36 workers. 38 army to 20. The army supply is in favor of Luke, so there is something good for it. If he masses up enough here, he can just push across the map and do equal amounts of damage, if not more, to the Zerg player. Zerg invested a lot of resources into that. He's up on worker count, sure, but the army supply is not there as this push from Terran is coming. He'll pick off the Overlord. He's going to try and get some map vision back, map control back. But we should see this army supply spike immediately. Yep, as it's starting to go up here, we see 35 to 44 army supply. Zerglings are out. It is mostly Zerglings. There's only 5 roaches on the production tab. But as we pop, this should immediately swing in favor of Zerg. And defender's advantage is going to be very little as he stems forward on the creep. This Liberator is a little too far behind as these Banelings can work. He needs to focus Banelings, focus on these Banelings, he's going to do that. He is focusing these Banelings. There's a few free Banelings picked off there as these Lings are going to come up and push him away. He's going to get to work on this 3rd. He needs to watch. He needs the splits. Where's the splits? The splits are coming out. Nice splits there for Luke as he pushes back these Banelings once again in the Liberator range. This Liberator is going to get to pick off. He's going to get a Baneling for his shovel. This Spore Crawler going to move forward. It is unburrowed, but if Luke pushes in here, he's in trouble. Because these Banelings are just going to swarm around him. Oh, I like this play actually from Luke. He's going to send his medevac out. He's going to send it around the back and try and pull the army the other direction. The creep is there, so he knows. But tank is going to siege up here with this bio. More Banelings are getting morphed in, along with an Overseer. There's no Widow Mines here, but this is going to be incredibly useful. You know, you can drop the doppelganger, so to speak, and just have it run in there and sit around the army, see what's going on. But the drop in the back is pulling army back towards the natural. This is actually a very good position for Luke. But again, he's leaving army here at the front to defend. So Luke is trying to multitask here, and he's slowly climbing back in on the worker counts. He didn't quit. He didn't back out of this game, which is good, because now he's actually getting damage done. But the army supply is slightly in favor of our Terran player. Now it's even out 56-56. He's going to move this Liberator forward. These roaches are trying to set up a concave. They're trying to set up a good fight here to take. Luke needs to be careful with the siege tank. He needs to be extremely careful with the siege tank here. He's going to get the third. He did get what he came for. He got the third. He's evened out the base count. The worker count is slowly. Oh, but that was not what he wanted. That was horrible hits. Terrible, terrible damage. As these Banelings just rolled all over his army. He's got his siege back up. He pushes the third player back. And the third base is going to be retaken. It's going to start back up as these Ravagers are getting worked in. But there's no Banelings left for Luke or his third player. Did Luke pull it off? Nope. He's just getting pushed back. He's not going to get anything done here. Ravager's popping out. He's going to get one for his shovel. He's probably going to end up losing his Liberator. And that's about all the bio that's left here for our Terran player. He didn't take a third behind this. He's building SUV. He's building 5 Marines at a time. He's got another tank coming. But he's not building any more medevacs. And that medevac is going to run out of energy, which is going to make this... There's only 1 medevac left. 2 medevacs. And they are both very low on energy here. He's making another drop, trying to get damage done. He's going to drop some Marines in here. Does our Zerg player knows this here? I don't think he knows. As he storms in here. Is he going to get a queen? There should be a transfuse up for his queen. He loses a Marine. He's going to pick up and get on out of there. He's just trying to pull the army in any other place he can be. But not here at the front. The siege tank all the way out across the map. One thing I feel Luke needs to do is bring this Widowmine. There's a Widowmine sitting back here. He needs to bring this up. Get it sieged up, maybe like right here in the corner, right up underneath this Liberator. You give that extra splash damage to a Terran player. But again, he's going to get this Ravager, and he's going to get the work on his third base once again. As he gets pushed back here, these Banelings are going to roll in, trying to avoid that Liberator. They're going to have to go to the Liberator range. Banelings get some not so decent connection, but the Liberator is down. That may have been the end of our Terran player push here. He's got to pick up his tank and get on out of here. All this bio is just left out in the open. He's got to get some value out of it before it dies. Looks like he is, but the Banelings just going to pick that all up very quickly here. And the rally, he needs... Yep, okay, he caught the rally. He took the gold base behind us. I wonder if Zerg knows that's there. He's going to wait for the rest of his army, and I wonder if he's just going to push into the natural. Or the main base here. No, he's just going to go on home. He realizes he's pushed Luke back, and Luke has made a game out of this, folks. He's coming back into the worker supply. He's 41 workers yet again. 62, however. The army supply about even. As we start moving into the later stages of the game, it's going to come down to Zerg to tech up here. He's got to go into that Ultros Cavern. He's got to go into the Infestors, so forth and so on, to make this army just lose its value. And the Infestors are going to do that very well. But it looks like Luke is going to push back out across the map here once more. +1, oh, I like this, +1 tank weapons, +1 ground weapons for his tanks are coming out. What are his upgrades right now? Oh, he's only got combat shield and stem to +1 armor for Zerg. 2 more barracks being added on. That gold base is going to bring him right back into the game, but at the same time, our Zerg player has also taken this gold base. Hometown Crib is getting value out of this fight. Oh, but these Bailey Marines did not split, but these tanks are getting work done. He's pushing back down into the gold base, and the only way he's going to get up here is to swing around behind these tanks, or swing it behind the army. These tanks are going to come back up, and they're just going to go right to work on this Zerg army. As the Baileys get picked off, and the Roaches are getting picked off, but these tanks are in a bad place here. There's nothing left to defend. He needs to seize out the Liberator. Oh, seize the Liberator. Oh, but he lost a tank. Burrow is in play. He's lost 17 drones. That worker count is just evening up slowly but surely. As the entire army supply for Luke has vanished, it also happened for Zerg. But Zerg can just remass very quickly. A 4 base. That gold base is mining now, so the income is going to swing right back in favor of the Zerg player. But Luke's got a pretty big bank here. That's something new. This bank is heavily in favor of Luke, which he can put to work. He can throw down some more barracks, get the upgrades rolling. He doesn't have... Oh yes, there we go. The engineering waves are finally coming down here. There's 2 more go down. He actually lifted his main into the gold base. I'm surprised he hasn't taken a third behind this. I feel if he would have taken a third behind this, he would be in a much better position. But again, the Liberators are coming out here. He's trying to get work done. This is actually an oversaturated gold base, so it's going to mine out a little bit faster. This drone, an interesting drone rally. This Ling looking like it just wants to get some information on the map, the army of Luke. But as we see here, as Luke takes these fights, the army supply is slowly dropping in favor of the Zerg player. He's getting damage done. But all hometown crib here is just slowly picking away at Luke's economy. Luke's only on 2 base, and in fact, yeah, his back natural is down to 18 for full saturation. He's going to stem in here. He's going to get to work on this gold base, but as he realizes, oh, that's a mistake. Here comes the Zergs around, and this swarm is going to tear apart these tanks. Push away Luke once again, and these Liberators aren't going to get too much more value, except for maybe 1 or 2 Ravagers. Looks like a Ling. And he's leaving his Liberators here. He's just going to throw some biles, you know, probably pick up these Liberators. Amazingly enough, there's only 1 Ravager left in all that. And Zerg's going to push around the far side of the map. This is interesting because, like, Luke is taking a base here. He's going to punch his base. That's a very good heads-up play from Hometown Crib. As he forces to cancel this and gets the SCV for his troubles. Yeah, Luke should have sieged up on the high ground here and got a base here and closed off these rocks. And that would have given him time. But he never walled this off. This is actually big because these Zerglings are going to get this huge run-by in. There's a drop out on the map for Luke. It looks like he's going to hit in the main, but the big deal, nice drop gun in, but the big deal is right here right now, folks. As he comes in here, he's picking up all these SCVs. His Marines are trying to clean these out, but that +1 armor in favor of Zerg is just getting way too much value. There's +1 ranges coming in, +2 armor actually for Zerg. So these Marines are going to finally clean this up. Board 1 has finished up the Terran, which is also a very big deal. He's going to even out upgrades a little bit. But there's a push on this gold base. There's a tank here to pick it up. There's a tank sieged up somewhere. Oh, right next to the watchtower. That's a nice play. He's going to surround this roach. The splash there is kind of picking on his SCVs alone also. What happened to the drop? The drop is still in play, it seems. Like, he's scrambling. There's still a medevac full of units here. He got 5 drones for his trouble. And as we see, the supply is slightly in favor of a Zerg player at 20. And Luke is definitely making a game. He's only down 8 workers. And he needs to realize, oh, I should take a base here. Maybe a base over here. There's no vision for a Zerg player. This is actually a very good place for Luke to take a base. But again, this drop going back in on the far side. If he looks like he's going to try and pick up this infestation pit, that is tech for Zerg. That'd be a huge pickup if he gets it. Oh, no, he's going to focus on the bailing nest. That's even better. There's an army coming back. Where's it at? Here come the Lings. But is he? He's going to get the bailing nest as it falls. Oh, with the transfuse! The transfuse, and he gets it! He picks up on and gets on out of there. Huge pick off for Luke, actually. But he's just going to be able to throw down another bailing nest right behind us as it's already on the way. In the back here by the spire. That's going to prompt Luke to move out for a fight. He's going to try and make some damage happen. That was tech. That means there's no banelings in play right now. That means he can get in here, siege up this high ground. Right up into the Liberators. Oh, there we go. The Liberator siege is coming up. He's going to get to work, but there are infestors out now. Once again, the surround. Here comes the sandwich. Once again, the Zerg sandwich is happening once more. These tanks are unprotected in the back, except for this small line of bio coming across. The first tank's going to get picked off. He's backing up into the siege line. These roaches going to fall slowly. As the offensive terrors are coming down, he's picking off the offensive terrors as fast as he can. Queen getting picked off. He's going to finally pick off this gold base. Is this really going to matter? There's still another base for Zerg. He's already got another base up. And Luke, once again, is mining out. He's down to 2 base, and he's trying to get damage done here. But if he cleans up this army, which is slightly in favor of his army alone, he'll be in a huge position. The offensive are getting picked off as he runs support into the Marine Concave, and these Lings are going to get picked off on the other side. He's fighting on the Liberator, trying to get as much value of them as he can. The Liberators get picked off, the Crupper's in play, and that might actually finally do it. And I think that is going to be it for our Terran player. As Luke's slowly realizing he may not be able to hold here. Zerg's finally realizing he can just push across the map. He's got the tech he needs. These poor Marines aren't going to get anything done as these medevacs get picked out of the sky by the glade worms of these corruptors. There's a tank back here. Not going to get much value out of that tank. It's up to 7 kills. Splash damage hitting his own SCVs. He's going to siege up some Liberators right here on top. He's lost his gold base. He lost a base that is keeping him in this game. What else does he have to mine on? I mean, he's got 1 base back here with 12 workers. Oh, he's finally going to float this base on over. He got a gold base, but once again, the fight here is just way too in favor of Zerg. The army supply 64 to 20. And that's probably going to be it. Yeah, dude. This is definitely platinum play. Lol. So Luke seems a bit salty. He actually lost to someone who's rated in platinum. To be fair, I'm not going to say anything against that because I can't really do that. He's just going to throw his base down here, get mining again. Lucas put up a very good fight. He's put up a very good fight here against his Zerg player. And as you look, Zerg is actually going to even out on base count very quickly. He's taking the third base. He's only mining on 3 bases to Luke's 2. So there is a chance Luke can still play this game. I'm surprised he didn't tech up into a battlecruiser or something to help out with these fights. Battlecruiser really gotten a lot of value out of this for as much as it's going to be costing him. He's going to come on over here. He's going to try and keep mining on this gold base, but there's a Ravager just burrowed. He's going to walk right over it, not even realize it. Yeah, he doesn't even see it's burrowed there.
This better be good.
Mineral field depleted.
The Ravager's got stepped on by that Marine. He's going to move out on the map here. He's going to try and swing this 2 different ways by the looks of it. The Overlord's going to spot that. He's going to siege up this tank. Very interesting place again, once again, for this tank to be sieged up, because he's going to see this as he runs up here. Zerg's just going to run home, get up on creep, have defender's advantage once again, as the infections have just been burrowed. He's going to push on forward. There's going to be a big fungal come out right about here shortly. Oh, you should have picked off that Overlord. There you go. But if you look, armor supply is again in favor of the Terran player. Only about 8 though. The worker supply is still in favor of Zerg. And this game has actually gone quite a while. And then Zerg's going to take a base up here in the corner. We're going to see here and get an idea of what exactly is going to go down. There's a big drop getting picked up. He's going to fly this across creep. +2 million, +2 rage is on the way for Zerg, by the way. That's actually going to be a big thing for Luke to have to deal with once again. Hometown Cribs is actually going to be a favorite upgrades, I do believe. Let's see here. Yeah, Luke is still only on 1-1. He's going to go into 2-2 here. This drop in the corner over here is going to get picked off rather quickly. All these things are going to get cleaned up. He's going to pick off this queen. Maybe. Nope. Okay, he's just going to get pushed away here. He's going to lose 1 medevac for his shovel and about half his army there. Try to pick off that Overlord. And the rest of his army over here is just going to get swarmed. He's just going to get pushed on out. He's on sitting on creep, and that's probably going to spell the end of Terran finally. Maybe. It's cast a curse as otherwise. Oh man. The salt is real. Someone needs to rein this in. The salt is getting a little bit too real here. It's almost as bad as Avila versus Vindicta. And Avila calling them out for map hacks. I mean, what else is he going to do? He's doing exactly what he needs to do here. Like, there's nothing wrong with sitting back and building. He is playing a reactive game. There's nothing wrong with that. He just sees, oh, he's still got Marines and so forth and so on. But Luke has just been fighting into this creep spread. Like, it's not going to do something. He almost had it. He had the game. He just didn't expand behind that attack that took out the third originally. I understand where he's coming from. He's aggravated. He's been running his head into a brick wall, basically, trying to get this to work. And he's on Marine Liberator, which works. But again, you have Infestor Banelings here, you got Rogue Ravager with it, you got nothing to defend the air with once and all that dies. And this is just one big fungal growth ball, just waiting to get picked off here. I mean, Zerg has been playing solid the entire time. Luke's just trying to find damage. I don't think he realized that this is going to be a game that, honestly, for a Platinum player, he's definitely around diamond. I mean, the MMR system has been kind of whacked out lately, so Luke is just realizing he's just gonna get caught. He's gonna try and split here against these banelings. There's too much of a clumped up biomass, and that's pretty much gonna be game. Once again, the entire army supply dropping dramatically into the favor of Zerg player. Our Terran player is playing so far behind. This Ravager has just been sitting here the entire time, like, nope, I'm here, I promise. These infestors, I'm waiting for the bio to happen. Just the fungal growth into the curse bio combo, and that's pretty much going to spell game. So yeah, not much more to talk about here. I mean, this army's just going to sit here. He can't take a base over here. This Overlord just pooping all over this base. His back natural's finally mined out, and Zerg's just going to take another base somewhere else on the map. I'm surprised he hasn't already. Probably here. Oh, he's got that one picked up. Yeah, he's going to take it right here. Should be a hatchery going down. Yes, should I leave? No, I don't think he should leave. He's played a very solid game. Like, Luke is just frustrated that he couldn't get this to work. That artist is going to get... Oh, with the nuke! Here it comes. He's trying to get the nuke play. Oh, he canceled it. He canceled it. Big Widowmine hit coming in play. Finally, that Widowmine getting some work done. It's been sitting here all game, but getting nothing out of it. Nothing worth. These Liberators just going to get picked off. He was trying to bank on that nuke to get him back to the game. He's finally going to call GG and tap out. So the first Diamond player getting picked off. Luke going to leave the party. A little upset. So it's up to Xerxes to play here. I can't say anything on stream right now. So the next matchup is going to be Xerxes with Braddock to follow up as our Masters player. That's going to make it 3-1 in favor of Ashes. So it comes down to the last two games here for Insight to hold on. So as we get loaded in the next game, Xerxes has map pick. It looks like we're going to have Defender's Landing coming out for Xerxes. So while we get loaded in here, I'm going to throw it back. Oh, Master Cat's actually offline. So be it. Defender's Landing, create with mod, WCS, Game Heart. And here we go. So 2 more games roughly. Unless Xerxes manages to knock this guy out, then we'll go into a longer series. But kind of hope it happens, but at the same time, we understand when people can't. I'm not going to badmouth anybody here. Everybody's been playing solid all night. Waiting for everyone to get loaded in. It is 3-1 in favor of Ashes. Who has it loaded up? Waiting on Dr. Apocalypse. And while we wait on him, I'm going to mute this mic for a bit. Alright, there we go. Now I got control of my game here. Spawning into the top right-hand corner. Currently down 3-1 in this series. Trying to bring it back for Insight Gaming with the blue Zerg pieces is Xerxes. Sliding to the bottom right-hand corner, or left-hand corner, as you red Zerg pieces, is Hometown Crib from Ambers, bringing the series up to a 3-1. Looks like we had a bit of an extractor trick from Xerxes come out there. I wonder if this is going to be the 14 pool, or 15 hatch, 14 pool. He's going to throw down the spawning pool right away here, and as I get the scores updated. There we go. Hometown Crib looking like he might actually be able to pull out an all-kill tonight. This could be a very interesting hit and the morale blow to take for Insight Gaming. But outside that, as we get loaded into the game here, we have a fast spawning pool and fast gas. Guys, this is the first ZVZ of the night. And on the corner, we have Hometown Crib throwing down the expo, going hatch gas pool by the looks of it once again. So the spawning pool is going to finish up in favor of Xerxes. He's throwing down his hatchery last for a second here. Looks like he wants to get some early pressure out to deal with this guy, you know, say, hey, I'm not backing down. If you're going to play aggressive, so will I. And he's going to come on out here. The queen is on the way. Gas should be about to start. Speed should be about to start up here. I mean, shortly anyway. As we look back over here, the spawning pool is not quite done yet, but there will be enough gas here for Hometown Crib to immediately start up that speed. So speed is going to start up about the same time. I think we're in favor of Xerxes in terms of getting done. As we see, the upgrade is just now starting. And the first two lings are moving out across the map, as we see here. They are going to get spotted by this Overlord. Maybe. Are they? Yeah, no, he does not see them. Oh, he just barely caught the glimpse of them. As these lings, or the scouting lings, are going to come out here and take a look around. Only two lings to come out. There is a build a player by the name of Loco has been running in ZVZ where he sends out his first couple lings and then hides for them. But anyway, as we come in here, these drones are getting pulled off the line. As these two lings are going to try and pick up a drone kill. There should be a queen out to defend us. Yep. Alright, these lings are just going to get pushed away from this queen. And that seems to be about all that's got rallied across the map. There's 5 lings down here with a queen in place. And these lings are just going to get picked up and knocked on off their creep lawn. Getting rid of them pesky lings. It looks like we're going to have a third base being taken right up underneath the nose of Xerxes. So he knows Hometown Crib is going up to a third base. And he knows the pressure is on the way. So this is actually a big thing. He's going to split these lings up and try and hit from 2 different angles. These lings are going to come out here. Going to get picked up. The speed has finished up for Xerxes. And he's going to be able to pick up as many of these lings as he possibly can. The bailing nest only down for Xerxes. There's no bailing nest back home for our red Zerg pieces. As these lings are going to get surrounded. But again, the surface area in favor of the speed is now done for both sides. The link count is slightly in favor of Hometown Crib there. And there's a queen here. This queen is going to be big in terms of keeping this push back. And this choke point here is also very crucial. Like, there's not too many lings that you can flood through there. It looks about maybe 4 at a time, side by side. Or in a line. And the link count is slightly in favor of... Looks like Xerxes. It's about even. 24 to 15. As this queen is finally going to get picked off here. The bailing nest has finished up for Xerxes. He's going to pick up as many of these lings as he can. And GG's going to be called. Apparently some lag kicked in, and I hate to see Hometown Crib go out like that, but he has called GG and tapped out. And that's going to bring our count back to 3-2. Still in favor of Ashes here, so... As we wait for Ambers or Ashes here to get their next player up in thing here, they're going into their first Diamond player as this series has been expanded to a 3-2 series. Which is actually going to be very good as we start to move into more of where everything seems to be ranked at. Xerxes actually picking up another win. So far, Xerxes and Tyler are the only 2 wins tonight for Insight Gaming. And I'll catch you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, the next map is going to be loaded in on Proxima Station. I apologize, there will be no Game Heart mod this time around because I don't think Dr. Apocalypse has a bookmark, so don't bother looking for it basically. Anyway, just have to go with what we got. I do have the WCS overlay on and should make streaming it and viewing it a lot better. So our next matchup is going to be a TVZ of Xerxes versus Endless YT. So we're just going to call him Endless from Embers. Embers and Ashes are pretty much the same thing, they just have a couple different branches. All, you know, built around fire. So it's a pretty cool little trend. I gotta give it to him. And spawning into the bottom left hand corner, as it is the first thing in my face here, obviously, is the green Terran player from Embers Ashes Gaming is Endless YT, or Endless. We're gonna go with Endless. Yeah, Endless sounds about right. Anyway, on the other side of the map, playing as the blue Zerg Pieces. Playing as these blue Zerg Pieces, we have pulling the extractor trick once again is Xerxes. Currently bringing the series back to a 3-2. So this is going to be where things start to get fun, because the series is actually kind of evened up again as we got rid of a pretty powerful platinum player for the start into the diamond section of this game. And we're actually going to have a forward expo go down here for Xerxes. So this is going to allow Zerg to roll off here, be a little bit more aggressive, and generally just put pressure out on Terran a lot sooner. Make it a little bit easier to control that Reaper in the map, because you only jump up right here on Proxima Station or use the ramp. There's only way in for Reapers. Sitting here talking about a new keyboard Endless has picked up, so he's kind of worried he might mess up a little bit, but hey. That is life in StarCraft. Getting those new keyboards, gotta break them in somehow. Xerxes, that is welcome. Anyway, down here in the corner, I just want to point out some things about Proxima. There are some backdoor rocks. These things can be extremely valuable for players to knock down. Opens up that back door to the base. Same over here. There's actually two of them. Proxima Station, known for this crazy wonky play here. And then you got the rocks that lead down to the gold base. It opens up the map a lot. I imagine Zerg is going to try to do that and make use of it. But anyways, we look over here, Endless YT, we are going to see a Reaper opening come down. Commander on the way. Reaper is on the way. It is rallied across the map, right into the right to the third mineral line. Just gonna tell it to go straight over there. Hatchery about to finish up. Pool just finished up. The speed has started up for Xerxes. It's a little over there, you know. He's just floating around. He's probably gonna spot this Reaper. I don't think he will. Nah, he's gonna go right on by. Reaper's not gonna see it. Actually, yes, he will see it. You should see the Reaper go by. Yep, there he goes. I'm gonna see if I can't get red and blue. Is it team colors here? I guess not. Unfortunately, I can't turn that on, it seems. It's just green or green. Xerxes is gonna micro this drone away. These two lings are gonna pop up here, try and corner this Reaper. The Reaper game has begun as they jump up and down the cliff, and just try and avoid these lings. He's picking off one ling. He's gonna pick off the second. As he gets in, Xerxes actually just pulling these lings back. They're getting pretty low. He's going to keep them down low. There's a queen up here to shoot away this Reaper. So get off my lawn. You know, get the long limbs of that Reaper queen going. Queen off creep. This Reaper going to get picked off. Not going to get much more value. He does see it. He didn't see the third base go down. So this is actually a good thing. Xerxes held off on the third, which is a very smart play. But it's obviously going to have to come out sooner or later that base is going to be taken. So you just straight up assume it is there. Xerxes just droning up, getting his upgrades going. Oh, hold on. Can we be seeing a link drop coming out here? This Overlord is this Overlord is in prime position to just drop right back into this corner. There's no vision here for Zerg or Terran to see this. But if this Overlord floats in here, he might actually be able to see it. We got another Overlord back here, so he could drop into the back of the natural, or he could drop into the corner right here. He's going to come up here, realize there's nothing there, so this Overlord is going to see a lot. But this refinery, when this refinery gets finished, it's actually going to push vision back out this way. So there's still nothing there, but once this refinery actually finishes up, the vision range will increase to allow Terran player to kind of see into that corner. Again, this Overlord is in a position back here. I'm highly expecting a drop play to come out there. Yes, there might actually be a drop play. There is +1 melee coming out. Where are these links rallied to? Okay, he's sending 3 links up to the front. The rest of the links, where are the rest of the links at? They're just not being morphed? Okay. He's gonna poke up here. Realize there's a lot of Marines. Okay, so there's a lot of Marines here. Just gonna go on home. Back up a little bit. He's gonna scan. Oh, that's actually huge. That's one less mule on the map right now for Terran. That scan just for 3 lings. Just to realize there's nothing there. There's no threat. That's actually a big little mind game play from Xerxes. We got the building swap around coming from Endless YT here. There's 4 barracks up. This is going to kick my production in for Terran pretty well. But as we know, Terran production really doesn't kick in until about the 8-minute mark, 8-10 minute mark. There's no medevacs. Okay, medevacs are on the way finally. I think it was slightly supply capped. Stem is on the way. So we're probably going to see a big drop play come into probably the main of the Zerg player here and try and get some damage done. Unfortunately, I don't see no droplings. I'm kind of disappointed that there's no dropling play. I think Xerxes decided that he's not going to do it right away. He's actually pulling queens elsewhere. I think he's getting set up to shoo away the drop coming in. There's a Terran Marine ball moving out on the map. So I'm guessing what's going to happen is he's going to rally his medevacs to meet up with the army. These Zerglings are going to come out here, going to run down and actually just run right by. I mean, that was how many free lings? I mean, that was a lot of lings just given up there. Units lost, not in favor of Terran at all, or in favor of Zerg player here at all. So, but there's a lot of Banelings being morphed, and he says, "Oh crap!" He knows what's going to happen if he steps on that creep. It's on. So he's just going to go on home. Just going to head on home here and go back into more of a macro focus here. Go to get more army going up, get that building going up. Widow mines are starting to be produced. So we got some Widow mines on the way. Some more Marines. He's still making Marines, so the Marine splits are going to have to be on point against Ling Baneling. But we had 2 more gas on the way for our Zerg player. And it looks like another hatchery? Yes, so he's going to go Ling Bang Muta. Spire's right here. Yep, no, that's an evo chamber. Where's the Spire? Is there a Spire? There's a Spire. I was wondering where that Spire was going to go down. That's actually a pretty good place, because if he scans, he's going to have to waste maybe 1 or 2 scans. It's going to be like a 50-50 chance to see that Spire. So on the other side of the map, the 3rd base is going to go down for our Terran player, as both players are shifting into that macro, while the 4th player for Zerg is going down. Looks like we're going to see a very explosive game here soon, and this is going to be Ling Bane Muta, just against Marine, Medevacs, and Mines. Just going to make things a lot of fun. +1 melee, or +1 weapons on the way for Zerg. Or Terran here. Sorry, the little cast, like, you know, solo cast can be kind of rough. Not much else going on right now. There's a drop going on. I apologize, I missed this. He's just going to pick this one up and get on out here. It looks like he actually lost a couple queens. I'm not exactly sure how you get the actual units lost up and what has been lost. I think that's only a mod that I actually like to use. He's going to scan. These men are actually going to fly to the back, see the Spire, and he might actually just focus the Spire. All these queens here are just going to... Marines just trying to focus on queens. He's going to pick up and get on down here. How do you just focus on that Spire there? That would put a lot of threat into Xerxes, because if he lost that Spire, that'd be a huge pick-off right now, because there's nothing there to deal with these medevacs, nothing to apply pressure to the other side of the map, except for Lings and Banelings, which, with nothing to shoot up other than queens, you're not going to get much done with that. Queens are a very good defensive unit at shooting away drops. I like the fact he dropped off the injured medevacs there and killed him up. These locks are finally going to get knocked down. It looks like Xerxes is going to try to take the gold base. He's scanning to see exactly where that army's at. But again, that's a couple more mules not in play. There's no Orville, no Planetary on this 3rd base yet either. So keep that in mind. He's just scanning. He's looking to see if Xerxes takes that base. And he's trying to keep tabs on the army, because this is a big army. If Xerxes moves out on the map with this army, he can absolutely crush this Terran army with this. The surround, the Baneling splash, the Widowmine splash can just detonate all over this Marine ball. But at the same time, if the splits are there, Xerxes will have a harder time dealing with this fight, and that's why he needed the Mutas. +1 arrows on the way. I wonder if he's actually going to go into Corruptors, which sets up for Brutalers later. Our Terran players is going to send these mines on up, right up on the creep. Xerxes knows he's going to pull his army the other way. And he's going to try and catch Terran in a very odd position here. These little mines are going to get repositioned. I wonder if he saw that. If he saw that, he could swing around the other way, but just wait for the scan to go down. And it looks like Terran is going to aggro. He's going to be very aggro here. Oh, what happened? The Mute is finally getting damage done. These SCVs have been pulled off the mineral line as he just picks them off. Terran's going to get pushed onto the creep. He's going to have to push on the creep. He's getting a couple Baileys for his trouble. And here come the Widow Mines. Oh, the micro back. Nice detonations on these Widow Mines. Xerxes can take this fight. He can take this fight very easily. But these Mutas are getting on top of the production, getting on top of the SCVs, just picking things off. Xerxes getting a lot of value out of these Mutas right now. Terran has to come home to answer this, and he knows. And there's Mutas even picking on these Medivacs. This one poor Muta here is just going to get picked off. Oh, wow. Oh, there he goes. I was going to say, he's going to get picked off. These Mutas going to leave, head towards the third base. And just fly on out here. Nope, he's going to try and pick up some damage here. He's going to pick off another SCV and say, haha, and run all home. That was my SCV. Poor Steve didn't survive that one. Yet again. Steve the SCV, folks. These queens, man, that creep spread is really going to start just knocking on the Terran front door. It's just going to be like, hey, I have overgrown your control of this map. My army is now here, and I am ready to fight you. Infestation pit is on the way, but we do have a slight engagement here. A lot of Baileys being morphed in. And these queens continuously pushing creep towards that Terran gold base. This is actually a good thing, because if they can control that gold base, Terran is going to be on 3 base for a long time and be forced to expand in the opposite direction. These Widow Mines are going to go off on nothing, not much of anything. They're going to get picked off as the Baileys start to find connections on this Marine ball, and it's going to get shooed away. The armor supply is still quite equal here. But worker supply heavily in favor of Xerxes right now, 67 to 33. And once again, these Mutas are finding some purchase. They're finding some ground. Oh, they get a medevac for their troubles on the way out. But they get another one. Nope, the Marines are just going to shoot them away. So excellent play coming out of both players here, but I feel this Zerg is just in a much better position. These queens are just sitting up here. Going to get stemmed and probably picked off, so he needs to pull these away. He's not going to get the creep turns, which is a good thing. That's going to help Xerxes get more map purchase on this side of the map. He's purchasing that real estate, that creep. These Baileys not getting the best of detonations, but the rest, here comes the rest of them. Going to get the surround of this Marine ball on the side here. He's going to get a nice detonation. He's picking off Marines, which is what we need. This Widow Mine not even barreled, didn't even get any shots off. At 55 health. As we see another 11 Banelings being worked in and Hive Tech on the way. So Xerxes is going to move up to that Lean Bane Ultraless style. These Mutas. I keep missing these Mutas. He's sneaking them even by me. He's just picking up even more SCVs as the worker count falls down to 40 workers here. He's going to pick up, oh, that one Muta getting work done. Oh, I pulled the Mutas away. So he's going to throw them away. I think he might just throw them away here to get ready for the Ultraless transition. Eventually he might, or he might just keep him with his army. I mean, they're going to be huge to pick off these medevacs with. Xerxes taking another base in the top corner. He's even taking that gold base, mining on that. So the bank and economic in favor, heavily in favor of Xerxes. So Terran realizes he's going to have to make a play. If he doesn't make a play here, he's going to end up 3-3. We're going to go to a game 4 as he pushes all into the creep. Skade's going to go down and try and clean all this up. He sees the queens. That'd be a huge pick-off if you got this. But the queens are kind of baiting again. Here comes another bait. He's surrounded in Marine. The splits are coming out of the Marines with these Banelings finding another good detonation, but not as big as you would hope. But here comes the next wave. Picking up even more. Oh, the Banelings just can detonate on the front. Oh, there we go. This is what Xerxes needed to take this game. GG is called, and that is going to be it. As the series gets evened up 3-3, and we're going to see the first Masters player, I do believe, or maybe the first Diamond player. First Diamond, I do believe, for Ashes or next Diamond. Masters player after that. So as we move into our next game, we'll get everything set up, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Bathroom break. Alright guys, we're going to get loaded into the next map here. Next map is going to be Ascension to Ire. And it looks like both sides are ready. I'm waiting on Xerxes to confirm before we can fire this up. Okay, there we go. Both players are ready. The fire has a red versus blue. And we're going to get this game started up. As we load into Ascension to Ire, this is another pretty map for this one. A very beautiful looking map. I'm very happy with this map pool this time around. This is their Masters player, but one Masters player apparently. I think he's playing his Diamond race, so he's off racing. At least I hope he is. So, I mean, that should be it. This is a best of 9 series. If there's 2 Diamonds, 2 Plats, and a Masters player, that's 5 players, which means it is a best of 9. Which means after this, it will be Braddock to take up our Masters poll and get us to win, hopefully. Rinsley, hoping. But anyway, spawning into the top left-hand corner of Ascension to Ire, playing with the orange pieces, representing ashes, flares, so now we have flares, is the orange Protoss pieces of Pen. Very nice, easy name to pronounce. Spawning into the bottom right-hand corner, representing INGT, currently tying the series back up 3-3, is Xerxes, with the red Xerx pieces, once again pulling that extractor trick. As we saw his eyes just rip asshole there, because apparently this is his off race, hopefully. And we're going to see how well this plays. So 4 seconds in, we have a forge going down. Uh-oh, this could be a very interesting game indeed, folks. As we see this probe sitting on out across the map. There's already another probe. Oh man, this is going to get interesting quick. If there's nothing to follow, there's no gateway on the way. And there it is. Here we go. The second probe dodged. Oh, that was cute. He dodged the Overlord. I don't think the Overlord saw the probe, so he doesn't know there's 2 probes here. Xerxes isn't aware at all. He doesn't realize this is here. There's nothing to get sent out across the map to see. There's no third out, so he's keeping his probe here to block for that third. This is a very smart play as the cannons are coming down into the corner. This is a cannon rush, folks. They're going to see one. As a PvZ, this is going to be a very fun game to see. The cannons are going to finish up. This is how you cannon rush your Zerg. You don't cannon rush your Zerg technically. You just kind of put down the 2 cannons and leave. You don't want to overcommit to the cannons in this. Xerxes is going to come out and he's going to confirm this is indeed a cannon rush. He's going to cancel that hatchery. He's going to take a low ground hatchery instead. And this probe is just going to block him there. Actually, no, he's not going to take that low ground hatchery. This is interesting. Where's he going to expand to now? Is he going to double expand? Is he double expanding? This is going to be really awkward for Zerg in so many ways. As there's a Nexus coming down and Roachford is on the way, so he will eventually clean up his natural. He's going to take this base really far away by the looks of it. Or not. Oh, okay, so he took the one right here, down here, slightly to the left of where this probe is currently blocking. Xerxes has confirmed that there is stuff being blocked. Okay, so hopefully the music is not too loud. Actually, let me turn that down a little bit more just in case. There we go. Alright, let's return again. Oh, almost quit. Ooh, that scared me. Anyway, so this drone just kind of scouting around, seeing exactly where everything has been dropped, and he's going to try and pick on this probe. Rip drone. Rip drone indeed. If you see this battle going on. Oh yeah, look at this. There's 2 roaches in production and a pylon block. I don't think he realizes he could just easily win this fight. If you watch these 2 run on home, this probe going to go on home, realizing Probius here is not going to get much more done. Very interesting place for this hatchery to go down. There is actually an attack path coming out here. I wonder if that is for our toss player? Is there a starport coming down? Is there a starport? Yep, there's a Stargate. So, he doesn't know that hatchery's here. He has to assume he expanded somewhere. Yeah, he doesn't know that's there. So he's going to get a queen out here. This drone going to get pulled on up here to start mining. The roaches are going to come out. I love this Stargate follow. So what's going to happen here? He's going to get these roaches out. He's actually going to make a push across the map. And as soon as the Stargate finishes, I imagine we're going to see an Oracle. Or my guess is a Void Ray. A Void Ray would make this just a solid hold overall. As the only thing here able to shoot up is going to be these Ravagers. He's going to see the cannon at the front. He's going to start trying to pick on these cannons and get them cleaned up and get rid of them. Going to start working on these pylons, try and crack open this wall. Motion Core is about to finish up, so there's only going to be enough here for one photon overcharge. As this wall gets taken down, the Zealot's going to get picked off. He's not even going to get anybody as a Zealot except to stand there and look pretty. And as he picks this off here, photon overcharge is going down, but he's just going to focus down this pylon and he's going to press right up forward. The natural big advantage for the Protoss player as these probes are just left out in the dry. There's no photon overcharge left as his Void Ray is getting pushed out. Look at the Artosis pylon as this gets shut down, and that is probably going to be it already. This Roach Ravager push is just going to get so much work done. He's almost knocked out the Motion Core as 11, 12 probes are going down. 13, 14. GG. Late gas is called. GG. Oh, what is this BM pausing? Come on, let's get on out of here. So 4-3 in favor of Insight Gaming as we move on up to hopefully their last Masters player. Or their last player. And that was a quick game. That was only a 5-minute game. It opened up with a cannon rush. It swapped right back into the cheese from both sides. Fun game to watch. That is what keeps StarCraft fresh. Anyway, as we move into another quick break here, wait on their last players to come in. And hopefully we're going to see some fireworks open. I'm kind of hoping we see this game finished out here soon. It is 4-3, by the way, in the score. Insight Gaming pulling back ahead in the series. Very good sight to see. As we wait on their last player. As we wait to see who they got waiting in the wings. I wonder if it's Penn going to play his main race this time? But I am not too sure. So, but he is a diamond player, by the way, in Protoss. Yep, okay. Kick Penn, that's what I thought. Don't kick Penn? What? Alright, start up the game lobby. Map. Question mark. Probably just gonna be Abyssal. Broke the leader. So as we wait for their player to get in here, this is their Masters player. Xerxes will be going up against their final player of the night. Hopefully he can close it out and bring it home for Insight Gaming. This will be a very fun series that I've watched overall. Some very solid play from our Platinum players. And just in general, it's just a really fun series to have watched this game. Well played for everybody so far. And while we wait for our last one, I'm going to throw it back to the Monster Cat for you guys some easy listening. Alright guys, loading into Hope, probably the last game of the night for this matchup of ASH3S Gaming versus Insight Gaming. And it is finally the Masters player Payload going up against Xerxes. I thought it was a Masters. Maybe they put their Masters player ahead of time, but who knows. Anyway, so this is the last match of the night, hopefully, unless Payload can even up the series and tie it up. Then we will bring in our 5th final player, which is going to be Braddock. Let's see what happens with Xerxes here. Anyway, spawning into the bottom right-hand corner of Abyssal Reef. Once again, the map pool has opened back up. With the green Terran pieces is Payload. Our cinders, ashes, etc., etc. Wishing Xerxes a very happy GLHF. Xerxes returned to favor. And speaking of Xerxes, in the top left-hand corner, currently up in the series 4-3 for Insight Gaming, is the blue pieces of Xerxes. That's our Xerxes player. And again, the extractor trick every game. This is actually a very useful trick for Xerxes players to use. A lot of people don't do it. It's a very mixed opinion. But it does get you that extra drone started up right away before the Overlord is finished, which allows you to have that drone pop almost immediately. And we're going to see the spawning pool drop right away here. So the spawning pool and gas opening against Terra seems to be a way to go for Zerg players, as we have a faster way to deal with that Reaper to get across the map. You're going to have your Lings out, you're going to have your Queens, ready just to push away the Reaper, as we are seeing once again that Reaper expand. It's just the general standard opening for Terran players overall. Nothing cheeky, nothing really to take note of, except maybe this double second gas. This second gas is, as me as a Terran player, I feel is early, which could definitely note there may be a factory follow-up immediately after this, which leads into possibly that 2-1-1, or maybe some Banshee play, maybe some Raven play. We haven't seen any Ravens tonight. And we do see the factory being dropped. So it looks like we're just going to go straight. Maybe it's even back. We might actually be seeing back. So this could be a long one, depending on whether or not Xerxes sees this and is able to deal with it. As we do see his hatchery coming down. Speed just starting up. And as we look on the other side of the map, factory again is being built. Nothing really else going on here. But if you look around the map, Abyssal Reef is still a pretty cool map here, under the water. Check out, there's like a shark or something there. That's pretty interesting. Does that mean technically we're like on Earth? Because I don't think there's anything that's going to have a very accurate looking like shark type deal like that. That's very accurate as far as the Earth shark goes. But anyway, under the sea, folks, we still have a hatchery being going down. The speed is going down, and we do have a baneling nest. We might actually just be seeing a baneling bus to come into play. Double Cyclone production. This is going to be a very interesting push to see coming out of Terran. I haven't seen this happen in a while. He's just going to park this barracks in the back. He's not going to do anything out of it. He's going to throw it out of Tech Lab. Looks like a starport. So we might actually just see Cyclone and Ravens. Or maybe Cyclones and Banshees. Which is going to make things very pressure heavy for Zerg. Like, he's just going to poke and prod this Zerg player everywhere he can. These 2 Cyclones popping out. Going to pick off this Overlord. Xerxes, I don't know if he realizes what this is, because these Lings are coming over here. He can't engage with these Cyclones because these Lings are just going to evaporate. Like, there's not going to be anything left. We see a Widowmine and a Hellion. Interesting choice of units. Second Hellion just now being produced. He has a scout. Does he know what he has? No, he hasn't even scouted Zerg, so he's going into this blindly. Which is a big deal. If he goes into this blindly and isn't able to stop what's coming. Oh, wait a minute. The baneling nest got cancelled. It is now a Roach Ward. I finally called that. But anyway, this push is coming out. Xerxes has called on to what this is. These Lings are just disappearing. And he's realizing this is a Cyclone Hellion push. A big one at that, too. As we have 12 Lings on the way. A Spine Crawler on the low ground. But this Spine is not going to finish up in time. It is not going to be ready. This Queen is going to move to the back. The Roach Ward has finished up. There's 2 Roaches on the way. This Widowmine finally burrowing. He does push his way, but ooh, I didn't get much of a connection at all from that Widowmine. As these Cyclones do get picked off, that is a huge pick off for Xerxes. That is not what we needed. That's not what this Terran player wanted. He wanted to keep those units alive so he could make this next push even that much more crucial. Because, folks, the Banshee is here. She is on her way, just, you know, flying underwater, strangely enough as that sounds. Like I guess it's like a submarine. There must be a submarine Banshee like they do. So anyway, it's coming out across the map. It's going the longest possible route. We have some pressure going on over here. Get shoot away by a couple Hellions or a couple Hellbats. Third base being taken for Xerxes. So Xerxes is playing that more macro style. He fended off the push. The Spine Crawler looked like got canceled or taken out. This Widowmine getting repositioned. Getting picked off by the Queens. The Big Mama Queen saying, get your bug out of here. I'm real bugs. You know, there's no widows or spiders in here. And we do have... What is that? What do we got here? Is that Tulling Claws? Or that's Roach Speed. That's just Roach Speed. That's not Tulling Claws. That's too much to ask for Tulling Claws. Anyway, the Banshee has arrived. There is a Spore Caller in position here. It's just going to go in hold position as these drones get pulled over to the other side. This Queen's going to get to work. There was no cloak. Was there a cloak made? No, there was no cloak. So this Banshee isn't meant to do much damage. He's just there to poke the Zerg player, get his attention, maybe pick up a few drones. And that's going to be about it. So the creep is being pushed over to the third. Slowly being pushed down the ramp, and the Overseer being morphed in to deal with this Banshee, because I guess he doesn't know that there's no cloak. And these oversaturation is natural here, but other than that. Some lanes are out. Looks like they're trying to loop around the map, see if they can find some purchase, you know, pick up a couple of SCVs or two. But this is going to be a mech play, guys, so this is going to be a long one. This is going to be a long one. There's another Starport on the way. It looks like he's going to try and tech into that Sky Toss. Yes, here comes the Ravens. That Raven energy getting finished up here. In that tech lab. So we're going to have the Raven core basically. But I'm not sure the exact upgrade. I apologize for that. Carapace has just finished up. So we are going to have what looks like some Overlord speed. To be able to catch what's going on around the map, get that vision. And we do have the Hydras dead. 3 drones, 4 drones are getting picked off. Oh, that was huge. That Raven turret fans is doing a lot of work. The Corvid reactor about to finish up, as we do finally get the nail of it. 4 drones have been picked off. As the scan has gone down to main to confirm what he's playing against. The Spire is down, the Hydralistan is down, the Muscular Augments are coming up. Roach Warren is down. So he kind of has an idea. But he's going to go to the Spire to deal with this Banshee, to deal with the air. The Hydras are going to be there because they just do a lot of damage really fast. And so things are getting some purchase here. They're going to get shoot away. They get to get an SCV for their troubles, but hey, slow down some mining time. Which is pretty big. So Overseer is kind of looking around. He's not going to see much. He does confirm that he is playing against Mech. And as a Terran player, even I say this is cancer because the Terran is just... Mech is just like straight up the worst thing to ever have to fight into. This is going to be a big Hellion, Hellbat, Banshee push. A couple Widowmines to do us a splash. You can get that extra oomph out of the power or the DPS. There'll be a lot of burst DPS. Third base is being saturated here for Zerg. There's no third base on the way yet for our Terrifier. He's on 2 base. He's trying to turtle this up. I imagine his third base is going to start around the 10-minute mark. Yep, there it is. 8 minutes. So should be done about 10 minutes. Banshee's coming out of the map once again, trying to find what they can get. These Queens here are going to cloak up. Not anywhere near any detection, so these Queens are heavily vulnerable, but these Banshees are just going to go to work on this hatchery. There's no detection here yet. What's here? There's no Overseer. There's not even one on this side of the map. But here it goes. Alright, the Overseer's on the way. Transfusion is being used to keep this hatchery alive. And he's finally going to get to work with these Banshees and shoot them away. No, focus fire, and he doesn't get it. Oh, he's going to get it now. One Banshee going down, second Banshee going down, but he took out a creep timber on the way. It's kind of a big deal. You know, so it's not that creep spread a little bit. There are a couple Hydras just kind of parked out here. I wonder if this is a miss rally. Because that's what it looks like. There's 2 Overlords, a couple Hydras parked across the map. You know what? There we go. Forgot the audio, guys. I apologize. Just makes it that much more immersive, you know. But anyway, so these Queens are going to push out. A 4th base is going down for Xerxes. Production tab back. Another Raven on the way. 2 more Hellions. So he's just doing this Raven, Hellion, Banshee play. And pushing away this army. He's F2ing, by the way. He is F2ing his army. Except for the occasional control click to send out that poke and prod. Okay, so the 3rd base is going to be taken. 9:30, 9:10. Or about 10 minutes, as I called. Couple mutas on the map. The only thing to deal with mutas is going to, well, Cyclones and Ravens, and maybe some missile turrets. There's missile turrets. So they're going to come in here, try and get some damage, try and poke these SCVs. Missile turret getting some work done. He's microing them mutas. He lost one muta to this missile turret. Just going to repair this missile turret, repair themselves first, throw down another few missile turrets. Again, army supply about even, 60-60. Zerg is kind of lacking there. A lot of poking and prodding, so he's missing a few drones. But there are 13 Hydras on the way. 13 Hydras and +1 range and +1 armor. +1 air just finished up. So by the looks of things, he's going, oh, mutas are getting some work. There's Vikings out now to help shear away these mutas. Oh, he didn't get it. Steve lives to mine another day. Anyway, so Zerg's going to open up the map. He wants that room to move around the map. He wants to have more mobile play versus this Terran mech army. Which, the Thor is out. Thor is going to be a huge backbone of this mech play. And there may not be much here to break this, but if he can get some damage done, he'll understand. So another scan went down into main. He sees a lurker den. He sees nothing else has changed except that lurker den. I feel that's not where he was looking for. Xerxes is kind of scattered everything else around the map. The Evo chambers, the infestation pits somewhere else on the map. The Hellions are moving out on the other side, looking to get some damage. And as we push up here, another pick off. These Lings are going to pull some splash onto the Terran army as all the point defense drones are shutting down these Hydras. He's not going to get any damage done from here, and these Banshees are just going to say, get off my lawn, and they're going to go to work mowing him down. Ravens are a lot of energy here. There is Utashi. Utashi got picked off, so the Banshees are going to actually pick up all of these. He's going to try to pick up the Thor. He's trying to get as much damage as he can out of this Terran army before he loses all his Hydras. These Banshees are actually just going to sit down across the map. Raven here is going to get picked off. More Hydras are coming across. And this is a big Roach Hydra play coming out here. And Zerg is just rallying units across the map to this Terran third. And so many SCVs. 23 workers have picked off for 2 drones on the other side of the map. Hellion's not getting much purchase. These Banshees are finally going to help clean up the rest of his army. As Terran is just trying to focus down that command center. But I feel he's already done enough damage that he can just go on home and get his army back here. Get tech up, get to the next stage of this game. Only one Thor out here, you know. Schwarzenegger just pushing people away. A couple Banshees left, but army supply has definitely tipped in favor of Zerg. 70-36. Not those big army supplies we see in like pro matches, but hey, that's what makes StarCraft fun, is these smaller skirmishes that actually make the game a little bit seem faster, and that is drawn out. But anyway, we have another big rally going on as we get the Ravagers coming out. He's trying to get some anti-air, some splash damage out to deal with the Banshees. And there's no more Hydras. I'm not seeing any more Hydras in play. Oh, but wait a second. The Swarm Hosts are coming out. He's going to rally these elsewhere. He's going to rally them here to pick up the natural. He's trying to slow Terran down now. Terran is only on 3 base. But the Mule Hammer just, you know, bringing it home for Terran. Just keeping them in the game economically. That economic spike. But as Terran gets more units back, he's going to realize, actually, this is nice. These Vikings aren't going to get any purchase unless they land. They're going to have to land. Yeah, they're going to have to land. It's the only way they're going to get anything out of this. The Thor finally getting picked off. The Roaches are trying to pick off everything else they can. He's splashing damage on these SCVs. 11 more SCVs have gone down. 16 more SCVs. 17. And the worker count keeps climbing as this third is going to get broke. And the Banshee Vikings never landed. That was a big deal in this fight. And Xerxes looking like he might actually close this game out. And end it right here and now. I mean, he's getting a lot of damage out of it. CC was done at 35 SCVs down. And more just keep falling, and the worker count is just slipping further and further away. He does realize he has to land the Vikings. He's going to have to land the Vikings. But as soon as he does that, they're just going to get shredded. There is a tank here. The tank is going to try to hold up, but he's not doing any splash damage. And his army gets shoot away. 50 workers have died in this push alone, and Xerxes just making magic happen. Again, the Hydra rally, he's got a Hydra ball on the way. He hasn't done much with workers. Where are these Swarm Hosts? Where are the Swarm Hosts? Ah, here's the Swarm Hosts. Okay, again, this is where all the workers died right here. I should be watching a battle on the other side, but again, here comes the Swarm Host harass. We see it coming, and he's going to bring them in right now. He's going to tell these, he's going to send out his locusts and rally them back. And then at the same time, he's going to push back in on the other side over here and try and take out this fourth base. There is a tank siege up here, but there isn't going to be much to stop him from just walking up there and killing it. But on the other side of the base map, the CC going to be forced to lift off until these swarm hosts disappear. The Locust. Now he's going to land it again. He's going to lose his gas geyser. But on the other side of the map, there's a battle going on. The battle is going to push in. He's going to take out this tank. And GG is called, and Xerxes takes the game for Insight Gaming. 5-3 tonight, guys. That was a very good match overall. This is a great series to watch. And with that, I'm going to congratulate everybody who played tonight. Tyler, congratulations on your win. Great debut, man. I'm still at Genesis, but hey. Overall, guys, great plays overall. Great games all around. And not to mention, seeing just what happens at different levels of play, like Platinum players, as you saw. He's 8 times Diamond, but he was a Platinum. So, it was a very different story. Braddock, I apologize to you. I was really hoping to see you play tonight. But Xerxes just decided to, he's going to take it upon himself to just dominate and push everybody away and get the wins. Congrats to Xerxes for taking pretty much the all-kill at the end. It wasn't exactly an all-kill, but hey. 5-4 is the final series score, or 5-3, in favor of Insight Gaming. And that's where I'm going to call it tonight, folks. So yeah, go try and get more matches in, more clan wars in for sure. Overall, a very solid series. And I'm just going to call it there. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. And stay gold.